Good morning. Today we will discuss India's development model. There have been several models to ensure economic development and overall development of a country. As a nation, we also have our own development model. Development concepts have been defined by several experts and scholars time to time. Wildner has said that development is a process directed towards socio-economic development and nation building. Colin and Grieger has said that development means change coupled with growth. And these are not universally accepted because the capitalists, the socialists, the dependency theorists, neo-socialists, neo-capitalists, liberalists, socialists, and several other streams, they thought in a different way, and they defined development in different ways. One by one, we will discuss the popularly known and active models worldwide. Western liberal model of development is very common and known to everywhere and everyone. According to this model, it is held that all societies undergo changes from traditional, transitional, and modern stages of development. It regards political development as the condition for economic development. It supports the autonomy, rights, and self-interest of the individual as the basis of all development. Western liberal model stands for rapid industrialization, technological advancement, modernization, full employment, and continuous process of liberalization of society, economy, and polity. The overall goal of the model is to ensure free market economy. This model can be described as the market model of development. It advocates that opening up of the economies of all states is the only way for development. This model does not really suit the developing countries. Many of them feel that it acts as a source of neo-colonial control of the rich and developed countries over the economies of developing countries, particularly third world nations. The next model of development is welfare model. The welfare model of development accepts and strongly advocates the role of state in the economic sphere for promoting the socio-economic welfare and common interests of the society. It conceptualizes the state as a welfare state and advocates that state planning and organized efforts are essential for rapid industrialization, economic growth, and socio-economic development. The welfare state can provide various types of social services for the people, like health, education, employment, and social security. Socialist Marxist model of development is the next one. The socialist model of development is a general model in which several socialist thinkers advocate several different views about development goals and means. Some socialists accept democratic means for securing socialist goals of development. However, the Marxist socialist and revolutionary socialists advocate revolutionary means and a centralized system of economy. The Marxist socialist model rejects the capitalist liberal model of development. The communist states, particularly USSR, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, East Germany, Vietnam, North Korea, and Cuba, used a centralized command economic system as the means for development. However, in 1980s, mid-80s particularly we can say, the socialist Marxist model of development was found to be weak and unproductive. Around 1985 to 91, the economies of polities of all the socialist states began collapsing. Another model of development is democratic socialist model. This model advocates development through the securing of socialist goals by using democratic means. India and several other third world countries decided to adopt this model. In fact, these states combined the democratic socialist model and welfare state model for rapid industrialization, economic growth, and development. Then we have Gandhian model of development. Gandhian model is totally different from Western materialistic model of development. Gandhian model gives a place of primacy to moral development and ethical view of socio-economic political development. Truth and non-violence are advocated as the basis of all human activities and decisions. It stands for complete decentralization of functions and powers with each place. We can conclude that the Gandhian model, particularly and basically based on village-centric activities. It also helps to ensure food, cloth, education, and employment for all. The next model, which is need of the hour, is sustainable development model. Unplanned and over-exploitation of natural resources needs to be stopped. Air, water, soil, and sound pollution to be controlled. Climate change and its adverse effect on human life and increase in radiation levels is a big challenge. Depletion of ozone layer, disturbances and pressures on the ecosystems to be addressed. These are the goals under sustainable development: sustainable population level, poverty alleviation, socio-economic justice, social development, economic development, environmental protection, prevention, control and abatement of pollution, securing of balanced ecosystems and biodiversity, conservation and systematic use of natural resources, development and use of eco-friendly technologies, meeting the challenge resulting from climate change, etc. are very common. If we look into the available models, particularly Western capitalist model, then we can easily equate this model with a very popular theory developed by Darwin. Darwin's law of natural selection implies that a population in equilibrium with its environment under natural selection will have a phenotype which maximizes the fitness locally. A theory of biological evolution developed by the English naturalist Charles Darwin and others, stating that all species of organisms arise and develop through the natural selection of small inherited variations. And it advocates survival of the fittest, ability to compete, reproduce, and survive. So, according to the available models, there is a need to look into, because of the survival of the fittest is highly ignoring need of the marginalized people in the society. particularly children, women, and senior citizens. On the other hand, if we look into the development model of India, which strongly believes, and according to Indian philosophy, it advocates that amantra aksharam nasti, nasti moolam anasadham, ayogyaha puruso nasti, yojakastra durlabha. There is no letter which does not have a char. There is no root, no plant which does not have medicinal property. There is no person who is not able. But we need proper management and planning to use each and every human resource and to ensure 100% utilization of the manpower, available manpower. So according to this philosophy, each and every individual is capable, potential, and competent. We have to plan accordingly. Measurement of gross domestic product as defined Simon Kuznets, often credited with the invention of GDP, since he attempted to estimate the national income of United States in 1932 to understand the full extent of the Great Depression. In 1930s, worldwide recession is known to all of us. The modern definition of GDP was developed by John Maynard Keynes during the Second World War. In 1940s, 1 year into the war with Germany, Keynes rejected Kuznets' version, which included government income but not spending. So these are the definitions. Keynes' method of calculating GDP, including government spending into a country's income, which were driven by wartime necessities, soon found acceptance around the world, even after the war was over. It continues to this study. Robert Kennedy put it in his famous election speech in 1968. GDP measures everything in short except that which makes life worthwhile. And if we see the model of developed by Abhijit Banerjee, a Nobel laureate, great economist of Indian origin, he says that how to ensure development. And he has given basic sutras. The first formula given by Abhijit Banerjee is free food to the school-going children. And special attention, a special class to the academically slow learners, mobile clinic in the poor colonies to cater the medicinal requirement of the people, vaccination, timely vaccination to the children, proper arrangement for nutritious food to the children, and health related subsidies. So these are the basic tips. If these facilities are well placed and are arranged for a majority of the population, then definitely the nation will grow. Because the shortage of these kind of facilities leads to a different kind of disease. And the types of disease affecting rich and poor, we can categorize people into two categories. One is rich and another is poor. Due to lifestyle, and poor are suffering because of poverty, they have malnutrition, they have infection because of the surroundings and the environment of their location. The diseases which are very common in upper class in rich society is blood pressure, sugar, cancer, obesity, kidney failure, slip disc, etc. In poor section of the society, malaria, typhoid, influenza, tuberculosis, etc. And the rich people, they generally caught such type of diseases at older age because of their age, maybe one of the factors. But in poor society, it is there is no age bar, can be at any stage of life. Health and education interventions. If free meal is provided to the children who are going to school, then it will ensure an increase gross enrollment ratio. So education of the society will definitely improve. A special care for weak student, if special attention, if special care is taken by the schools, it will also increase and it will help to create an interest amongst the school going students, and it will help to reduce wastage and stagnation, particularly in primary school category. If mobile clinics are provided in poor colonies, it will help to improve health condition. And if a child is healthy, then definitely he or she would prefer to go to school. This will help them, and this will prevent general illness, and it will also stop common diseases and frequent sufferings and ill health of a larger portion of the society, larger population of the country. If vaccinations are ensured timely to the children, that will also help them to boost their immunity. It will help to enhance their immunity. If immunity is enhanced, they will become healthy. So this preventive care against disease and it will enhance the immunity of the children. Nutritional diets to the students will help them to ensure healthy body, and if a child is healthy, it will also help them to learn more effectively. That will help to improve their education level. It will enhance immunity for healthy and sound mind. If subsidy is provided, particularly in health, benefits are provided by the government, it will also help to improve their health in case of severe and chronic diseases. So this health and education, if it is improved, then it is helping to improve human development index of a particular country, of a particular society. So if a person is healthy and educated, then definitely he or she would have more chances to be employed. They can start their own entrepreneur, or they can create any kind of job. They can be job creator, they can be an entrepreneur, or they can join any organization because they have the competency on the basis of good education and good health. So health and education, if the 6 parameters as suggested by Abhijit Banerjee in his model, if taken care of by a society, then definitely it will help to ensure good per capita income. And if income is improved, health is improved, education is improved, these 3 parameters helps to improve human development index rank. After explaining this model as developed and tested by a great economist, Abhijit Banerjee, we can easily improve human development index, as well as it will help to improve GDP ranking of the country. After discussion on Abhijit Banerjee model, it is clear that if human development index ranking is to be improved, then definitely we have to improve health condition of the society, education standard. And if education and health is improved, then per capita income will automatically increase. Indian governance model is very popular and practiced for years and years. In fact, it is transferred genetically, generation to generation. And the basic mantra of this governance is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is a family. And it has been theme line for discussion during Indian G20 presidency. So if the whole world is our family, then there will be peace globally. There will be no chance of exploitation, cheating, and war and conflicts, because all the members are from the same family. This particular sutra and particular message is very, very important as far concern the peace at global level. The second one is dedication. Whatever we are performing, we have to do with our full potentiality and capacity. Dedication, nation first. We have to maintain national integrity. Lok Sangrah, welfare of all. Our action, our activity, our policies should respect. There should be no discrimination based on religion, reason, caste, and creed. Welfare of all, sabka saath, sabka vikas, is the mantra of our governance. Niskam karma. Need definitely is to be fulfilled, but greed is to be avoided. And how to ensure deed niskam karma? We have very popular mantra, particularly to ensure industrial revolution with high pace. There is a very popular slogan, zero defect, zero effect. Industries need to produce quality products with zero defect, with no defect. At the same time, we have to ensure no damage to the environment, zero effect. If environment is protected, that is the basic mantra for sustainable development. The next mantra is ethical profit. One nation, one tax, which is known and which can be seen in the form of GST, goods and services tax. One nation, one tax, there is uniformity. So this helps us to implement ethical profit component in our governance. And the last one is balance. There should be balance, equitable prosperity. Each and every section, each and every member of the society is to be taken care of. Then definitely we can attain the goal, and that goal is to ensure and to take the nation to the club of developed nations. So with these words, I would like to conclude that before 91, there was scarcity because of licensing provisions. From 91 to 2021, now we have sufficiency. From 2021 to 51, we need sustainable abundance and equitable prosperity, with the provision of education for all, with the provision of health for all, good housing facility for all, environmental safety for all, and ultimately we have to ensure happiness for all. So we have to, how we can ensure happiness for all, that is the basic mantra. With these words, thank you very much for your patient hearing, and in our next session we will take next model. Thank you, one and all.